Hey everybody, if you're listening to this, then you're listening to David Talks. David Talks is a short podcast where I, David, talk to you, the listener, about what's ever on my mind. And what's on my mind today is WWE SummerSlam 2016. That's right, the pay-per-view that takes place tonight. I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and predictions on what I think will happen. Okay, so let's get it started with the pre-show fights. There's 3 of them this time, and yeah. So first up, I'm not sure which one's going to be which, so I'm just going to do the first 3. So we got Cesaro versus Sheamus for it's going to be a best of 7, and I'm thinking Cesaro's going to win this match at SummerSlam because they're trying to build up him to be a top guy, but it seems like they just don't trust enough in Cesaro, which is a shame because he is a great guy and he gets over with the fans. Okay, match number 2, we got Sami Zayn and Neville versus the Dudley Boys in a tag team match. It's a given that they're probably going to give it to Zayn and Neville because Dudley Boys are on their way out. They've been around a while, and it's good to have fresh faces that people aren't used to get some wins. So I'm going with Sami Zayn and Neville to beat the Dudley Boys. And then next up is a big 12-man tag team match. Okay, so we got American Alpha, the Hype Bros, the Usos, Breezango, the Ascension, and the Vaudevillains. Yeah, so this, I just have to say that this pay-per-view is still mixed with SmackDown and Raw guys. It's not separated yet, so yeah, just throwing that out there. So what I think will happen with this 12-person tag team match is I think they're going to give it to American Alpha because they're trying to build those guys up. They're trying to get them big. They've pretty much given up on the Ascension. They've given up on the Vaudevillains. They've seemed like the Usos are definitely been taking a back seat. Breezango's just almost like a comedy gimmick with the Golden Truth, which I don't know why the Golden Truth isn't in this, but hey, you can't have every tag team be in every match. So, yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to start off with the main card. So that was the pre-show fights, and this is me going to be talking about the main card. Okay. Now, I'm not sure which order they're going to do the main card in, because here on what I'm looking at on the computer, it's just kind of random. So I'm going to do the ones I know won't be the main event, but I'm not sure what the main event will actually be. Okay, so we got Carmella, Becky Lynch, and Naomi versus Natalya, Alex Bliss, and a to be determined. That's because I think it was supposed to be Eva Marie, and she just got popped for wellness. So we'll see what happens if they even bring somebody in or if it's just going to be a 3-on-2. And I think they're going to go with Carmella, Becky Lynch, and Naomi because I feel like I think Natalya, she should just not be anywhere near the... I don't know what the hell I'm saying. I just don't want her. I don't want her to win. She makes me mad. So I'm just going to go Carmella, Becky Lynch, and Naomi. I know Naomi's got this new entrance where it's all glow in the dark and stuff like that. So, and Becky Lynch they're very high on her in SmackDown. So, yeah, Carmella, Becky Lynch, Naomi. Okay, the next up we got The Miz and Maurice versus Apollo Crews. That's not a 2-on-1. That's just Miz's wife that'll be accompanying him to the ring. Now, this is a tough one because I don't know if they're going to pass the reins to Apollo Crews yet. It would be cool to give him, just that would be kind of a shock if he actually did win and beat The Miz. But I don't know if they'll actually do that, so I still think they'll give it to The Miz, and then we'll see what happens later on down the line. So I'm going with The Miz. Next up in a tag team match, we got Enzo and Big Cass versus Jericho and Owens, which it's going to be Amore and Cass picking up the victory. That's common sense for anybody that knows wrestling, so that's what I'm going to go with. Even though Owens should be fighting a different person, but I don't know who. Then we got the Tag Team Championship match. We got the New Day, which is Kofi and Woods. So no Big E's fighting versus Gallows and Anderson. And I think they're going to drop the titles the New Day. I think Gallows and Anderson are going to win, and it's going to bring a fresh set of titles to Raw, and the tag team titles will go to Raw, which they already are with the New Day, but I think the titles will change hands, and Gallows and Anderson will be the new champions. Okay, then we got excuse me, we got Sasha Banks versus Charlotte for the can't even talk here. We got Sasha versus Charlotte, and it's one-on-one, so Dana Brooke is barred from ringside, and I think Sasha is still going to win. I don't think they're going to give it right back to Charlotte because they're trying to pump up Miss Banks, the boss, so I think they're going to keep her with the strap. Okay, next up, we'll go John Cena versus AJ Styles. Yes, the rivalry is back, and I think they're going to give it to Styles just because John Cena's been around. AJ Styles is, still new, and they have to build him up even though he's well over with the fans. So I'm hoping they give it to Styles, and then maybe Styles can go after, whoever wins between Ambrose and Ziggler. So I'm going Styles. Okay, then we got Rusev versus Roman Reigns for the U.S. title. I hope they don't give it to Reigns. I hope they still just kind of keep burying him for his wellness violation. So I'm hoping they give it to Rusev, so that's why I'm going to go with Rusev, just to kind of make that rivalry last a little bit longer, I hope. So Rusev's my pick. Okay, then I guess we'll do Lesnar versus Orton now, because why not, even though that's probably going to be the main event, or not, who knows. So I hope they give it to Orton, because I don't want a part-time guy who wrestles like 3 times a year to beat Orton, because there's no money in that. Orton, you could still build that he beat Lesnar, and then he can fight, even he could fight Ambrose after, or they do Orton versus Styles for, the number one contender. So I'm going Orton with that one, beating Lesnar. Okay, next up, we'll do Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins for the first ever WWE Universal Championship. That's right. Raw has made a title, and that is what it's called, the WWE Universal Championship. This is going to be a good one between Balor and Seth Rollins, which I'm hoping they give it to Balor just to be different. I know Seth Rollins has been champion before, and I think everyone is thinking that it's going to go back to Rollins, but I hope they throw a curveball and they give it to Balor. That's just me. Okay, and then the final match on the card tonight will be, or it may not be, the final card that I'm reading tonight for you is Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler for the WWE World Championship. I'm going Ambrose here all the way. I don't know why they gave Ziggler the shot. So yeah, I'm going Ambrose, and that's what my picks are. So, hey, thank you for listening, and if you have listened to this, then you have listened to David Talks. David Talks is a short podcast where I talk to you, the listener, about what's ever on my mind. And what was on my mind? Talking about WWE SummerSlam 2016 taking place tonight. Okay, bye.